So again, we're just going to focus on our feet and just ensure that all our energy is in our feet and that our feet are connected down into the soil, into the land we're standing on, into the presence of the earth here. And it's about relinquishing ourselves to the earth and going with the flow of the earth and allowing ourselves to be at one with that power so that we can be our full potential, our full power ourselves, and so that it helps our physical bodies, our structures, to be on this place on the planet. And it eases out all the aches and pains that some people feel when they arrive in Ireland. The knees and the ankles and the lower back. And it helps create a headspace and clear out any kind of human fogs out of the head. And it is a sort of surrendering or relinquishing to the earth, to the force of nature that's here, the plant life and the animals and the birds and the water that runs. And it just gives that sense of ease, that it is possible to let go of everything and that it is easy.
Greetings, dear ones. I am Cryon of Magnetic Service. There are what I will call energetics here. They take a while to feel. For those listening who have never been here, I'll give you something to think about. My partner has been all over the world many times, many places. And yet his exposure to this land surprised him, so much that in a few months he wanted to return. It feeds him, because the energy that pours out of the ground here is something that he agrees with and feels and loves. This is the invitation to feel the energetics that is here. Is it possible, dear ones, that there is a complement of energy here for you that you did not expect? There's more than that. It was a while back when I gave a channel about a forest of trees. They stand independent. They look beautiful. Each one would seem to have its own life force, its own independence, perhaps even its own name. And yet if you could look under the ground, you would find that they enjoy a root system which connects. So they stand independent, but underneath they are joined. One root touches another, joins it in such a way that they all need one another. And yet it looks like they stand independent. Humanity is just like this. And the problem, if there is one, that history has created at this point, is that they still believe that they're independent. That they look around, perhaps above the ground, which is their reality, and they see one another not as joined, but as separate. Not understanding that that which connects them is the earth. The earth is the mother. The earth feeds them all. And yet they stand alone as though they didn't understand it, or realize it, or honor it, or even know it. Right now, the spiritual systems of the planet are very much like that as well. Independent, standing alone, separate from one another, like the master cooks and chefs of the planet, all wandering around, looking for food and not understanding they're all in the kitchen. This, my dear ones, is what will change eventually on the planet, an honoring that connects humans with humans. If you're all connected to the same source in the same way, you have a commonality. You can call it what you wish, but Gaia creates compassion. And that is what is starting to be felt worldwide that connects one human to another. They may not realize that it's through the earth, that is the commonality, that they all share in the Mother. Dear ones, this is what eventually may temper the planet so that it will create peace, first among those who have spiritual beliefs, who will start to understand the Mother, the one God, sees them all as the same. Next, there will come other issues that will start to resolve in the same way. Commonality, understanding that there is a oneness. They may not necessarily understand the commonality comes from the ground, but it does. The roots start to come together. People understand they are connected, and it's worldwide because the planet is worldwide. This is the message as we start the tour. I want you to look upon that which you consider the beauty of the Green Isle. We sit in the gardens of Blarney. There is much history here. There's much duality here. But the thing that connects it all is that with the earth. This is the partnership which smiles to you, always benevolent, always ready to be hugged and understood. And so it is.